You can't impeach somebody that's doing a great job. I've probably done more in the first 2 years than any president, any administration in the history of our country. You look at tax cuts, you look at regulations, you look at what we've done for the vets, you look at the rebuilding of the military. I can give you a list, it's pages long.
That was President Trump in the Rose Garden on Friday. Well, former Obama advisor Ben Rhodes took issue with it, tweeting this. In his first 2 years, Trump's predecessor passed a trillion-dollar government stimulus, rescued the global economy and the auto industry, passed Obamacare, Wall Street reform, the New START treaty, repealed Don't Ask, Don't Tell, and brought home tens of thousands of troops. Well, Marc Lotter served as press secretary to Vice President Mike Pence. He joins us now to react. Mark, Ben Rhodes trying to spin the Obama years as eminently successful. Your take?
Well, I mean, we could summarize the Obama years like an Oprah episode. You get a government handout, you get a government handout, everybody gets a government handout. Under President Trump, you get a job, they get a job, and everyone gets higher paychecks. It's really that simple.
It is, but he could have tried to cite the Iran deal. He could have tried to, or at least movement in that direction. A government stimulus, to your point, is government spending. Claiming you saved the global industry on auto and banking. I mean, there's a lot of amorphous promises, not a lot tied to things that affect Americans here at home.
No, you're absolutely right. And what we're seeing right now under President Trump is the auto industry is coming back to the United States.
For real.
You've got manufacturing growing at the fastest pace in 20 years under President Trump. Paychecks are going up. And when it comes to the foreign policy, as you mentioned, Obama gave billions of dollars to terrorists, basically had ISIS form under his watch. This president went out, killed, captured terrorists, decimated ISIS, and we're standing strong again on the world stage. There's really no comparison between the two.
It's really interesting to watch them try to spin it. They can't stand what they see as the hyperbole of President Trump. As a result, they're trying to reverse engineer 8 years that led to Trump because people were fed up with the lack of priorities from the Obama administration. But right now we're in a showdown. We're almost into a third week of a partial shutdown. President Trump, his chief of staff, and many White House leaders will be heading to Camp David just in a matter of moments. We hope to get footage of that shortly. What will they be, you believe, will they be strategizing and discussing today?
Well, I think broader term, they're going to be looking at 2019 as what can we do to continue the president's agenda, continue the economic success we have seen under the first 2 years of President Trump. And while the shutdown will be a part of that, I also know the vice president will be continuing to meet with leaders on Capitol Hill or their staffers, trying to find a way to work through some border security issues, get the government reopened. But this is a president who's going to continue focus on rolling back regulations, freeing up the American economy so we can create even more jobs. And then he wants to invest in infrastructure. He wants to invest in our cities and help out the schools. So many of the things that he ran on, they're going to continue to enact.
Got it. Marc Lotter, thank you very much for your time this morning. We
Thanks,
appreciate
Pete.
it. Good stuff.